Welcome back to digital class, and this is a discussion for Booklet R1, and now we're looking at fungi. Okay, so now what are the characteristics of fungi? So the first thing you should understand about fungi is neither plants nor animals. Means that it's not a plant, not an animal. So then what is it? Basically a fungi. Okay, so first thing you should understand also is about where does fungi grow. So fungi basically grow at the warm, moist, and dark places. Moist, warm, and dark places. They do not have leaves, stems, or roots, just like plants, right? That's why they are not a plant, okay? That's why, because it doesn't have leaf, that's why it cannot trap light to make food. Again, it does not have leaf, that's why it cannot trap light to make food. And that's actually also kind of explain that why does it grow at the dark place? Because it does not need light to make food, because it just can't make food because it doesn't have leaf. So it's basically connected everything, okay? And because it can't make food, then how he eats? Because this fungi cannot grow, cannot move from place to place, okay? Cannot move from place to place. Then how can it eat food? So basically they feed on living and dead matter, okay? And how they actually break down their food into simpler substances and take in the nutrients, okay? And again, we know that this fungi actually can reproduce by spores, okay? Again, you know about spores, you know about seeds. They can't reproduce by seeds, but they're through spores. And again, we know that spores are actually tiny and little and light because it will help it to be carried in the wind, by the wind, in the air. Okay. And spores we usually can found in something called spore cases, or sacs, or gills. Okay. So for example, we have mushroom, and these spores are usually found in the gills. So as you can see, this is the cap, this is the stalk, and this is the gills. Okay, this is the gills. Usually it's found inside. And for moles, which we usually don't like it because it can spoil our food, right? Spores actually can be found in the spore cases. So for example, this bread is actually having a mole on top, as you can see. And if I zoom in, then you can see something called the spore cases here. And spores are basically inside. Okay, spores are basically inside. This is the zoom in version. And next we have bacteria. And again, bacteria is neither plants nor animals. They are microorganisms that can only be seen under microscope. Okay, we need a microscope to see the bacteria. And although not all, but there are some bacteria that contain chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll, what is the usage of chlorophyll? Again, chlorophyll is found in chloroplast to trap light to help plants to make their own food. But some bacteria do contain chlorophyll, which actually helps them to make their own food, again by carrying out photosynthesis. And similar to fungi, it actually feeds on living and dead organisms. Okay, and yeah, you can see some of the examples here, or some of the pictures here, how bacteria looks like under the microscope. Okay, so now let's try to compare between fungi and bacteria. We can compare both of their use in two aspects, the usefulness and harmfulness. So fungi and bacteria, they are both decomposer. They break down dead organisms into simpler substances and reintroducing them into soil. And it works the same way for bacteria. And fungi can be a food source. Okay, some of the fungi, they are not toxic and they are safe to eat. Just for example, all the mushroom that we eat. Okay, bacteria, we don't have a food source, and fungi can be a can help in food preparation too. For example, yeast is part of fungi, and yeast can use in creating bread, beer, or wine. And even some molds, there's actually fungi, can use in the production of cheese. Okay. And of course, bacteria, some can use to make cheese and yogurts also. Okay. And what is good thing about fungi is it can be a medicine. it can be part of production of antibiotic. Okay. Now, harmfulness. Unfortunately, fungi and bacteria both actually cause harmful things to humans or to basically living beings. So some of the very common infectious or disease that fungi can cause is about skin infection, okay? And even bacteria can cause illness also, okay? And both of fungi and bacteria, they cause food damage, okay? Cause food damage. So I have some memes for you if you want to watch, if you want to read, yeah. Anyway, I hope this lesson helps you to understand fungi and bacteria better. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.